varied, and it pays well, too.
You are very lucky that the lady offered the position to you.
I just hope she won't change her mind one day. What would become of Matt's education then? I really make an effort to measure up to Lady Westmacott's expectations, but sometimes I feel like I fall short.
Lady Westmacott couldn't ask for a better companion.
I'm saving up as much money as I can all the same. I'd do anything so that Matt doesn't have to give up his new life.
Well, that's good.
Lady Westmacott dropped a hint on the train that she killed her hero, Partout. What did she mean by that?
Oh, she must have meant the manuscript.
Manuscript?
She always takes it with her. It's an unpublished Partout novel. I once asked her why she never published it. She said that according to her will, the novel's only to be published after her death.
And in it, Partout will be killed?
Maybe. I've never read it. No one has. You'd better ask her yourself.
Interesting.
If you worked in a pharmacy, you would certainly know something about medicines and poisons.
Everything is a potential poison, Constable. It depends on the dose.
Have you ever heard of chloral hydrate?
It's a tranquilizer, isn't it?
I'm asking you.
Well, Lady Westmacott also asked questions like that, for her last novel. But since I've never wanted to kill anyone, I never bothered with things like strychnine and arsenic and all that. I could recommend something for a headache, a sore throat, or a rash.
That's kind of you, but there's really no need. I'll be seeing you, Miss Miller.
Constable?
Okay. This guy, man, I hate him. I want to get in there so bad. Oh, he's waking him up. What?
What do you want?
Inspector Legrand is questioning the first of the passengers in the saloon.
And?
It will be hours before he gets to the stowaway.
And?
We'll save time if I question him.
We'd also save time if you stopped asking me the same things over and over again. I will not let you in.
God damn it.
By the way.
Got an appointment?
No, but I'm hungry.
Go and get yourself something. I'll mind the door in the meantime.
Aha. You could bring me something, though.
Go get it yourself.
So, what do you want to eat?
Oh, anything. An apple or something like that.
Leave it with me.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh no, man. Oh, it's this chick.
Miss Mayers seems to have found an opportunity to do nothing. Hello, Miss Mayers.
Hello, Mr.
Constable Zeller. Do you think it's appropriate to go sunbathing in a situation like this?
What situation?
A woman was murdered last night.
If refusing to sunbathe could bring the dead back to life, I'd go back to my cabin immediately.
What a bitch.
Did you hear or see anything suspicious last night?
No, I didn't feel very well last night. I went to bed early.
So, you're feeling better this morning?
Thanks for asking.
Wow.
I'm sure your parents are truly sorry that they can't be with you at this difficult time.
Maybe. But I'm not a little girl anymore. And thinking about my fiancé keeps me going.
You're engaged?
Yes. My boyfriend and I got engaged right before the trip. I want to surprise my parents, especially my dad.
I'm sure he'll be very surprised. But what will you do if your father doesn't agree to the engagement?
What choice does he have when he put me on this boat full of thieves and murderers in the first place?
Charming. Enjoy the sun, Miss Mayers, and don't let us disturb you.
If you're trying to make me feel guilty, Constable, it's not working.
Okay. I think it's kind of funny how she...
Mr. Kreutzer, come on, you have to give me a bit more. You're the only one who was on the train and who has no alibi for last night.
As I said, I was in my cabin.
Are you sure that it was your cabin and not the Baroness's?
Legrand will question the guests, one after another. But if he doesn't get the answers that he wants to hear, it could become unpleasant for them.
Okay. It was kind of funny when you were talking to that Lady Meyer person. He was completely standing away, so all you could see was her face. I think they did that on purpose. Kind of funny though.
Lady Westmacott, may I bother you for a moment?
By all means, Mr. Zellner.
Did Miss Miller cope with all the excitement?
I think so. But what happened on the train was quite a shock for her. She wouldn't be able to go on if something happened to Matthew.
She's worried about him.
He's all she has. It breaks her heart that he lives at a boarding school and can't always be with her. But she sets her wishes and needs aside so that he can get a good education. That's her way.
Okay.
Where is Matthew's father?
Gone. Run off. Ran away from his problems again. He drank a lot. More and more after each setback. It's better for both of them this way.
He left her.
She couldn't have borne it. She loved him and wanted to stick by him. She fell out with her family over him. They couldn't understand her. And when he left her, the ground opened up beneath her feet. For 2 weeks, she was as good as dead. If she didn't have Matthew, she'd be dead.
You seem to know a lot about it. I mean, about the time before Miss Miller began working for you.
I have my reasons.
And Matthew, do you care as deeply about the children of your other employees?
If you fail with your own child, you hope to do better with others, Constable.
Oh, that's sad. That's really sad.
And the idea to send Matt to a boarding school...
Was mine. Matthew idolized his father and blamed his mother for the fact that he wasn't around anymore. I was afraid the situation would escalate if he had to live on a country estate alone with his mother and some old people. I think I was right. He quickly made friends at boarding school. He's popular, well-liked, a real athlete according to his teachers, and his relationship with his mother has improved as well. He's headed in the right direction.
Well, that's good.
Miss Miller told me that you have a valuable manuscript with you.
That is correct.
An unpublished Part 2 novel. The manuscript must be worth a fortune.
Oh, it's not just any Part 2 novel. I wrote it 20 years ago, but it will only be published after my death. It's Part 2's last case. Maurice Partout dies.
You're going to kill him off?
I already
Wow,
have.
fucking spoiler.
And I enjoyed it.
Madam.
I was so sick of writing one Part 2 novel after another. I was keen to stick a knife in his guts. And so, 20 years ago, I did. Of course, I didn't want to disappoint my fans, so I let him solve case after case. But at least I was certain that he'd never escape me, that in the end, I would get him.
I understand. Let's just hope that this novel remains unpublished for many more years.
She does not give a fuck about spoilers.
How is the questioning going?
Are you implying that I'm an eavesdropper? The inspector is placing a lot of pressure on our dear Mr. Kreutzer. He's the only one who was on the train and who doesn't have an alibi for last night.
Perhaps. But him? A murderer?
I know people like him. He doesn't have enough backbone to kill someone in cold blood and remain so calm. He'd turn it into a drama and then a farce, drink himself insensible, and then, railing at fate, pitch himself into the sea. Forget him. Legrand is wasting his time. Mr. Kreutzer just happens to be a perfect fit for the inspector's image of the Raven.
Athletic, cultured, moves among the rich and famous.
I'll eat his violin if he's the Raven or the murderer.
I have to be going, Lady Westmacott.
Please keep me informed, Constable Zellner.
Of course.
Alright, let's get some food.
Whatever Constable Oliver wants, he's getting ham and eggs. And just a pinch of salt for our friendly constable.
That's a song. He's gonna be so thirsty.
Good.
Oh my god. He's gonna be so thirsty. Oh, here's the water right there, though.
Constable Oliver.
Huh?
Ham and eggs, piping hot.
Oh, I shouldn't really.
I don't see anyone here who'd rebuke you. It was a hard night.
Yeah, true. Oh, delicious. Just enough salt. Oh, that was good of you. Cheers.
You don't expect me to wash your dirty dishes as well, do you?
Oh, of course not, Your Majesty. Oh, that was a proper meal and no mistake.
What if he doesn't have any more water?
The little stones make perfect ammunition for the slingshot. Now I just need a suitable target.
That water bottle, bro.
All right.
Ow! 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 Ah! Hey, Zelda, what in blazes was that?
What?
Something hit me!
You mean someone shot at you?
Yes, well, no, I don't know. Didn't you notice anything?
I was riveted by the fantastic view. We Swiss aren't used to seeing the horizon like this.
And my bottle's broken too! Oh, I don't believe this. Could you bring me something to drink? Those ham and eggs were pretty salty.
I'm sorry. I have to proceed with my investigations. Goodbye. Let's see how long he can resist his thirst.
Not very long.
Not long at all.
Alright, let's fucking do it.
Nervous? I would be too in your position. Who are you?
My name is Adil, and you are...
Constable Zellner. Why did you sneak onto the ship, Adil?
I wanted to go back home.
You're Egyptian?
There's no work for me in Italy. I want to see my family again.
And since you don't have money, you stowed away.
So what if I did?
So, it was you who knocked me out.
Me? Never.
No? Where were you when I was attacked?
Well, I couldn't take anything with me on this trip, so I snuck into the kitchen and took some canned goods.
Interesting. And how do you know when I was attacked?
Well, I thought it was yesterday, shortly before we set sail.
I take this bump personally. What were you searching for on deck last night?
I was hiding the whole evening. I wanted to go out and get some fresh air, see the stars. But then suddenly, they were looking for me.
Were you in one of the cabins?
No!
Did you see anyone on the deck or on the roof?
No!
And after we arrested you?
The English policeman put me in this cell. Then he left. I've been here ever since.
And you didn't notice anything along the way?
No, nothing.
Bullshit, come on, you have to know something.
What about the gunshot? Didn't you hear it?
Yes, the English policeman had already arrested me. We heard a bang and looked around.
And then?
Then, the Bobby was in a hurry to get rid of me. He almost pushed me down the stairs and locked me in here. He left, and then a short time later, the alarm went off.
Constable Oliver wasn't with you anymore when the alarm went off?
No. I was scared that the ship would sink with me sitting here like a rat in a trap.
It's hard for me to believe a single word of your story.
Because I'm a foreigner?
Because you seem to have learned our language in the space of a day. Accent-free.
Believe what you want.
Who paid you to distract us?
What?
You went for a walk around the deck and let yourself be seen. Everyone goes off hunting you, and in the meantime, your partner shoots the Baroness in peace.
No, I didn't do anything. I didn't want to distract anyone. I just want to go home.
You're a liar, and a bad one at that.
But sir, I'm telling the truth.
And I'm the Raven. Inspector Legrand will deal with you. He's lying like a cheap rug. But he probably doesn't know anything about the murder. Very disappointing. So I have to keep searching. What interests me most is the shot that was fired here in the cargo hold last night.
Alright, let's see if there's anything down here.
The cargo hold also seems to serve as a changing room, at least for the one.
Is there
A
anything?
stroke of luck.
What? There's a toolbox.
Oil stain. And here, an old toolbox. It's been through a lot. Hardly any paint, dented, and the lid is held shut by a wire.
Interesting. Oh, I could use that wire to lockpick that door. Oh, snap.
Some wrenches, a bit of wire wool, an oily cloth, and here, a screwdriver.
Okay, sweet.
I've got this screwdriver.
Alright, let's go see if I can find that bullet.
The young man is lying like a cheap rug.
Why you gotta lie, bro? I wonder if that guy tried to kill me with that shot.
Somebody put the trunk back on the shelf. I can't tell. It must be uncomfortable traveling like that.
Is this the crate?
I could take one of the. On the other hand, it'd.
There's like nothing to examine over here. That can't be it. Alright, let's see. Okay. Maybe there's something over here. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a bullet hole.
Whoever fired the shot hit the crate.
Can I use a screwdriver on it? Yes, I can.
Well, I think the bullet is still in the wood. I'm not
Why
a
does he
weapons
always do
specialist,
that?
But at first sight, I'd say that this bullet looks exactly the same as the one Dr. Gebhardt gave me for Legrand. That would mean that the murderer also fired a shot here in the cargo hold before the murder. But why? Did they just want to make sure the old guns still worked? Or was it something else? And did the bullet really come from the same gun? I can only check that in Legrand's cabin.
Well, now I can picklock it.
That takes the biscuit.
I noticed that the door was unguarded. I just wanted to make sure that everything was all right.
Tell it to Legrand. He's expressly forbidden anyone to speak to the witness before he does.
All right. Let's go to Legrand and tell him what happened. You fell asleep and then you left the door unguarded. Well, are we going? Hmm?
No, but don't try it again.
Of course not.
Alright, I don't need your slingshot anymore.
Hello, Matt.
Hi there.
Matt.
What?
Here's your slingshot back.
Really? Thanks.
You're welcome, but you should put Constable Oliver on the list of people who'd better not see it.
I understand. Don't worry, I'll be careful.
Good man. I have to...
Sure.
Let's see if she wants to talk.
Maybe Miss Miller has found something of a soulmate in the archive. Unfortunately, the people with low self-esteem... Miss Miller,
Yes, Constable?
I wanted to... Lady Westmacott told me that Matt's become a real athlete at his boarding school.
That's true. He's full of energy. His teachers try to calm him down with sports. He's very talented and learns new games very quickly.
I regret to say that was never one of my strong points. It must be good for his self-confidence.
It certainly is. He's settled down and he's become something of a leader in his class. A year ago, I'd have never dared to hope that everything would work out so well.
I'll be seeing you, Miss Miller.
Constable?
I gotta say, I'm surprised with how long this chapter is. It's definitely a lot longer than any of the episodes in The Walking Dead. I mean, if all of them are gonna be this long, it's gonna be a good lengthy 3 chapters, you know? I'm pretty surprised about it, to be honest. Alright, let's see. I think let's go try and pick lock that door now. I don't think there's anything else to do. Okay. Wait, what else was that I had?
The lock isn't especially secure. I should...
Alright, let's try this shit. Oh god. What the hell do you do? Holy fuck.
There we go.
That took forever. Alright. Let's see the safe.
A lock master and son. Tough to crack. If I wanted to steal the eye, I'd concentrate on getting the 3 keys. If everything goes according to plan, the first time this monster is opened will be in the museum in Cairo. Fingers crossed. Neatly folded and unused. Legrand hasn't slept since we cast off. nor on the train.
Let's check the restroom. Because there's some shit that went on there.
Smells like chemicals. Legrand probably developed the photos in here. There are still fragments of the syringe that the inspector broke. Why is he pushing himself like this? Even if he catches the Raven, is it worth ruining his... Another alarm. It was tripped at some point, but there's no way to determine when.
And larger.
Legrand must have taken and developed the photos himself. He even made copies and enlargements. He seems to be prepared for everything, with access to more resources than a normal detective. Legrand must have taken them yesterday at the crime scene. This photo provides an overview of the crime scene. Shot in her sleep. She didn't feel a thing. She went to sleep and never woke up. A rough diagram of the ship. Legrand marked the Baroness's cabin. Seems like he didn't turn up anything else of note. Yes, that's how we found her yesterday. I think. I wasn't really myself at the time. Yes. The spot on the sheet is much bigger than the one on the map. There's blood on the blanket as well. The blanket and the sheet are gone.
Let's check out the desk, see what we got on there. Because I feel like this guy's hiding something. There's something with this guy, something about him, man. I don't know.
Legrand's file on the Raven. Centimeters thick, but totally useless. We're not dealing with the Raven. Why can't he see that? Our man is ruthless, a bomber, and quite probably a murderer. This is the pipe from the cargo hold. Legrand seems to have inspected it for fingerprints. I can still make out the powder.
Is there any freaking prints?
No. Nothing to see on the end of the pipe that the attacker held. Either he wore gloves or he cleaned the pipe.
What's that?
There's nothing written on the bottle. I suppose it's some sort of stimulant, legal or not. Legrand has been awake for at least 30 hours straight, maybe more. This file belongs in a museum. The inspector should concentrate on the present. Aha.
Oh, what's that?
I shudder to think what kind of sign. A policeman on a murder investigation. The risk that he could miss evidence. Or in...
Is that everything? Okay. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Okay, now examine this one. Whoops, I alt-tabbed. Alright, let's look through this microscope. What in the world?
Whoever shot the Baroness also fired the shot in the cargo hold. What could that mean?
Okay, now what? Why is my guy... Now what? Oh, there's a forensic box over here.
A masterpiece. Forensic teams use kits like these. They're placing increasing importance on the preservation of evidence. But not in Switzerland yet. It's a small lab used to conduct simple analysis on site. All right.
Holy mother of God.
Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord.
Wow.
Good Lord. Half of the tools in this box would be interesting for an archaeologist as well. Actually, forensics and archaeology are really quite similar to each other. The goal is to find out what happened, whether... Good Lord. A small What's this? Oh, how... A hermetically sealed cotton swab for collecting samples. I'll take it. A small... Aha! This is some kind of... And here's a list of the fingerprints. Gunshot.
Oh,
residue,
shit.
Blood. I don't have to analyze the pillow and feathers to determine whether there's gunshot residue. I can smell it. And I don't have any other clues at the moment. Fingerprints are overrated. Smart thieves wear gloves, or they make sure that there are too many fingerprints at the crime scene to check them all. For forensics in the woods or the open country, I suppose. No use on a ship. I'm sure Legrand could work magic in this alchemist lab. Me, I'm just awestruck. A small glass... Good Lord. Good Lord.
Okay. So now, let's go to the, let's go get a blood sample, because you got one of those, like, things. Oh, this should be interesting. Whoops, not the screwdriver. Alright, let's do that.
I always wanted to do that. That should be enough.
Alright, now let's go back downstairs and go back to that forensic kit. I hope I don't have to freaking pick the lock again. That was absurd. Okay, let's see what this thing says.
Wasn't there something about blood samples? Fingerprints. Gunshot residue. Blood. Well, it explains how to confirm that something is blood.
Okay.
That's a start. You have to mix luminol and a hydrogen peroxide solution and then drip or spray the mixture on the blood. The solution turns blue and glows even if there's just a very small amount of blood. Okay then, luminol and hydrogen peroxide.
Great. Oh, sweet.
Aha! Luminol. And
Okay.
there's the hydrogen peroxide. I'll mix it with the luminol in the bowl. Okay. I can detect blood with this mixture. The clear solution turns blue if it comes into contact with blood.
Okay, easy.
I think it's better to drip the solution on the swab instead of dipping the swab into the solution. Maybe oxygen is an issue, or it doesn't work if you use too much of the solution.
So what do you want me to do?
All right, so this is our reagent. First, I need to get the solution into the pipette. Okay, I'm filling the pipette. And putting
Okay.
it down very carefully.
Okay, now I put this in there.
So, let's see what we have here.
It's gonna be blue.
No blood.
What?
Not the slightest reaction. If I didn't make a mistake, and it wasn't that difficult, then the spot on the Baroness's bed isn't really blood.
The hell is
But if
it?
it isn't blood, what is it? And more importantly, why didn't Dr. Gebhardt notice anything? He was supposed to have examined everything.
Okay.
I say it's time to visit the medical center.